Hey, bless up, fam. Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking. And I'm hoping that I can share something that you can use, some information you can use. So, the subject matter at hand is things you should know before you decide to rent a storage unit. As you all know, the deal didn't go quite the way it should have went with the house situation. So, therefore, we had no other alternative but to put all of our stuff in storage. So if you're thinking about putting your prized possessions in storage, I have some things that you should definitely think about. So y'all stay tuned and I'll come back with some things you should look for before you place your valuable items into storage. Yep, you did it again. You clicked on another video. Thank you so much. Well, I know you're ready to grow, so let's get started and let's go. Grow, eco neighbor, grow, 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 eco neighbor, grow, 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 eco neighbor, grow, 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 eco neighbor. Number one, look at that storage unit, the location where it is. Make sure that you look at every entry point. Number one, look at every entry point. And what do you want to look for? You want to look for that the gate is secure, is active, and if it's not active, that there is something in place. So if the office is open, sometimes they may leave the gate open, but make sure there's people there present at all times. If they don't have on-duty security, make sure that the gate is locked and you have the access code. And if the gate is not locked, or if you getting ready to rent and they don't give you an access code to the gate, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. This particular unit that we placed, I placed all of my lawn care business inside of this place, and guess what? The gate was open. It was always open. It wasn't until the day when someone stole my goods that I realized, oh, they got the gate down. So you want to visit this storage unit at night before. These are things you should do before you actually do and sign a contract or rent a place. Visit it at night. Make sure there's lights. Make sure there's cameras. Number two, cameras. Not only check to see does the facility have the cameras, but also check and see do they actually work. So go into the office and ask to see footage of the security. I would like to see active footage and ask questions. Who monitors them? How often do you monitor them? How frequent do you monitor? Do you have cameras where my unit will be at? That's number two. Number three, if you're buying insurance, which I recommend that you do buy insurance on the goods that are in your facility. Understand that owner, typically you're having a policy, an insurance policy, a property insurance policy that has nothing to do with that facility. That's another thing. And if you do the insurance policy, I'm going to give you a few tips. Everything that you place in that storage unit, you want to take a photograph when you place it in there, before you place the goods in there, after you place the goods in there, and anything that has serial numbers, take a photograph of everything that has serial numbers. Everything, I don't care whether it's couches, appliances, everything. Take photograph of all the serial numbers and the condition of your product. Tip number three, when you are renting a unit, have multiple locks. Buy a lock from the facility, because what happened that we found out is if we didn't have a lock, if we didn't use the lock that the facility had, then they would not approve our insurance. Yes, crazy, I know. But put multiple locks on them. Use their lock that they suggest, and then also use another lock. Try not to use a lock to just open where someone could just snip and cut. Find a type of lock where typically you need to grind. Stay away from combination locks. Key entry locks are better. And make sure that it's very little room that someone could just get some bolt cutters and then just cut. Tip number 4, when you're storing all your goods, make sure that you look out for people around you when you're there. When you have your unit open and you're working, look for the people that work there. How frequent do they pass? Also look for your neighbors and get a good vision and view of them, because people see what you're putting in your units. So just be cautious of that. Tip number 5, I suggest that you put a game cam into your storage unit and let it be prompt on motion and light. I suggest that you put that there. And also, if you can, get a remote game cam, one that will automatically send you an image, one where it automatically send it to your phone, a notification letting you know when someone goes in and out of the unit. I would recommend that. Another tip, this is so important, so important. Try to get enough insurance to cover your products that are in there. Did you know that most units won't cover over $5,000? So you might want to look at your auto insurance and look for rental insurance. Look for rental insurance to cover your products. We had about $8,000 worth of goods that were stolen from us. We only had $2,000 worth of insurance because we physically thought the place was called Fort Knox. I mean, we thought that this was up to par, but we didn't check the cameras. The gate was always open. The lighting was insufficient. And the cameras, a lot of the cameras didn't even work. A lot of them didn't even work. Now, filing a claim, this is what you need to be ready for. Have all of your VIN numbers for all of your equipment. Another thing is have photographs before it was broken in. Then you take photographs after it's broken in. Then you want to make sure that you file a police report. You want to make sure you check that lock, make sure that lock, any signs of breaking or entry, take pictures of all of those things. And then another thing is, I want to reiterate this, make sure you buy a lock from that facility, because they will question, did you get a lock from their facility? So buy a lock from their facility, even though you think it may not be a true good integrity lock. You can put your other locks on there, but make sure that you buy one from that facility. That's a key thing. And just document everything you have, catalog everything you have, and have it ready to present. And also get the value of everything that's in there, and understand that things that they get older, they devalue. So kids, college kids, young adults, military, people that travel, people that utilize storage units, relocation, keep these things in mind. Please keep them in mind. That way you don't have to suffer like we had to suffer. And I would tell you, please do the research. Ask to see security footage of the camera live. Ask questions on how do you all record. Ask security questions. How do you secure my goods? Don't take it for granted, because they are established business. They've been there for years. Ask questions. Ask questions about the historical background about burglaries and all of that good stuff. Have you had to fire employees for burglary recently? Ask those questions. And also ask your local law enforcement about, have there been a lot of claims or filings of burglary in that facility. So I hope these tips will be useful to you. I hope that you don't have to go through what we had to go through, and hopefully it'll be a great transaction. And if you like the video, click like, share it to someone that you think may need this information, and Thank you so much for watching, and take care and be well.